Welcome to KiniNews. I'm your host Prasad. A Bersatu leader whose party has been rejected by voters in the last couple of state elections appeared to think he's in a position to explain why Malays are rejecting Harapan.
Bersatu Youth Chief Wan Fayhsal Kamal has claimed that Pakatan Harapan's liberal democratic nature has alienated the Malays. In an interview with The Vibes, he said this was because the Malays needed to be protected by those who share similar identity politics. He said they have a neo-feudal and tribal mentality and are not ready to embrace a full-blown liberal democracy yet. He added that this was one reason why Bersatu decided to leave the Harapan-led government 2 years ago in the Sheraton Move. Wan Fayhsal added that Harapan's liberal brand of politics was unsustainable and would only erode Bumiputra's support. He said this can be seen by the party's poor performance in the recent Malacca, Sarawak, and Johor state elections. He told The Vibes that this was the problem with center-left parties, including Muda, who downplay identity politics and think Malaysia is a liberal, mature democracy. He pointed out that even in the West, they too succumb to identity politics. This is as we live in a society where there are cultures, traditions, and religions which help shape voters' judgment on which leader and party they want to support. He said the Malays were not the only ones who rejected liberalism, as some of the more liberal leaders in DAP were rejected by their own members in the recent party polls.
Meanwhile, as Bersatu ponders about Harapan's support, Harapan has assured the government that all its MPs will support its move to enact an anti-party-hopping law.
All 90 Pakatan Harapan lawmakers will support the government's bill to amend the federal constitution and enact an anti-party-hopping law. The assurance was given by the coalition's top leaders after they met Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob in Putrajaya today. In a statement, the Harapan Presidential Council said that Ismail Sabri also assured them that Parliament will meet on April 11th to debate and vote on the bill. The statement was signed by PKR President Anwar Ibrahim, Amanah President Muhammad Sabu, DAP Secretary General Anthony Loke, and UPCO President Wilfred Mathias Tangau. The anti-party hopping law will reportedly automatically trigger a by-election if an MP resigns, is sacked from their party, or joins a new party, and if an independent MP joins a party. Lawmakers have said that while there are kinks to iron out, it is more important to put the law in place now and then improve on it in the future. With 90 MPs from Harapan on board, Ismail Sabri's government will only need to deliver 57 votes to secure a 2/3 majority and pass the bill.
Dr Mahadev will not have to worry about being interviewed by the police because, according to Bukit Aman, there is no new probe against the former Prime Minister.
The police have confirmed that there is no new investigation being conducted on former Prime Minister Dr Mahadev Mohamad. In a statement today, Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department Director Abdul Jalil Hassan said the last time Dr Mahadev was called in by the police was on March 23rd. This was to facilitate investigations on the case involving the memoir of former Attorney General Tommy Thomas. He added that Mahadev's statement was taken as a witness to several matters raised in the book, My Story, Justice in the Wilderness. In a Facebook post yesterday, Mahadev had said that he expected to be called in for questioning, but did not provide the reasons for it. In his post, he had written about former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak and the 1MDB case, and also questioned the justice system in the country.
On May 12th, we'll get closer to hearing the verdict of Rosmah Mansors' 1.25 billion ringgit corruption case.
The Kuala Lumpur High Court has set May 12 for mention and to fix a date for the decision of Rosmah Mansors' corruption case linked to the 1.25 billion ringgit solar hybrid energy project for 369 rural schools in Sarawak. This is according to Deputy Public Prosecutor Po Yih Tin. The hearing today had been initially set for oral submissions for the defense stage of the corruption case against Rosmah. However, the court vacated today's oral submissions after the prosecution sought more time to file further replies to the written submissions from Rosmah's lawyers. When contacted this morning, Paul said the prosecution must file the written submission by April 22 and the defense needs to file there by May 12. Rosmah is facing 3 charges under Section 16 of the MACC Act 2009. A total of 25 witnesses have testified in the course of the trial, with 23 witnesses from the prosecution and 2 defense witnesses, which included Rosmah herself taking the witness stand. Rosmah's defense team closed its case in her solar corruption trial on February 23.
A PKR MP has the lowest parliament attendance record. However, we reached out to him and he has a reason for it.
PKR lawmaker Dr Teoh recorded the lowest attendance record in Parliament among the 220 MPs. The Miri MP was only present for 13 days out of 71 days of sitting. However, he has clarified that he has been taking medical leave since last year. When contacted by Malaysia Kini, Teoh said he had been sick 3 times since July last year. This includes being admitted to a hospital for 10 days at the end of July last year and suffering from an allergy to his medication. He said he is still under medical treatment and has not fully recovered to date. Previously, Malaysia Kini reported that the analysis of attendance in the Dewan Rakyat during the previous 5 sittings has revealed that some senior MPs were prone to playing truant. When asked whether he would apologize or explain his low performance in Parliament to voters, the lawmaker said he did not see the necessity. Teoh also reiterated that he is gradually recovering now. He also plans to defend Miri in the upcoming general election.
Harapan may not have abolished tolls when they were in power, but they've taken credit for the current government's highway takeover.
Pakatan Harapan has claimed credit for the government's move to take over 4 Klang Valley highways, which would lead to no toll rate hikes until the end of their concession period. In a statement today, they said what was announced by the government yesterday was a result of the continuation of efforts initiated by the Harapan government in October 2019, which was carried out to completion. According to the coalition, this proves that if Harapan had been in power for more than 22 months and the Sheraton Move had not occurred, various policies that would help alleviate the people's burdens could have been implemented. They said the coalition had also initiated discounts up to 30% on the 4 highways for 16 hours of the day, while also reducing toll rates on the North-South Highway by 18%. With this, they called on the government to offer further discounts to road users of the 4 highways. The coalition also called on the government to explain to Parliament the ownership of Amanat Lebuh Rakyat Berhad, or ALR, especially in terms of its fiscal responsibilities and transparency of its expenditure. Yesterday, Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob had announced that toll rates for 4 Klang Valley highways will remain unchanged until the end of the concession period. The highways are the Shah Alam Expressway, Smart Tunnel, Sprint Highway, and the Damansara Puchong Expressway. ALR is a not-for-profit firm incorporated with a mandate to assist the government in restructuring the tolled highway concessions.
A former student activist has been asked to enter his defense over a protest in 2019.
All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Ayat ini telah mencerminkan insiden pada hari ini. Dan bukan untuk kes perbicaraan saja, tapi untuk seluruh insiden pada hari ini.
Former Association of New Youth chairperson Wong Yanka said this after the magistrate's court ordered for him to enter his defense over his protest against former Vice-Chancellor Abdul Rahim Hashim. His lawyer, Tan Wei Shin, said the magistrate ruled that the prosecution had proven a prima facie case against Wong under Section 504 of the Penal Code for the intentional insult with intent to provoke a breach of peace. The court fixed May 17th for the defense to submit their witness list and July 4th to 7th for the defense stage of Wong's trial. Wong had allegedly caused the scene during UM's convocation on October 14th, 2019, protesting against Rahim, the varsity's then vice-chancellor, for alleged racist remarks during the controversial Malay Dignity Congress on October 6. had later expressed that they were in full support of the vice-chancellor and condemned Wong's actions, saying that he was rude. They later lodged a police report on the matter.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.